Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful
that
news.
line.
We're not buckets.
You're not a
Yes,
bucket
I
either!
actually feel much more at ease right now. It's
I'm officially
delightful
not
to
a
get some
bucket,
clarity
guys.
on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
I know, right? Imagine knowing you're a bucket. Right. Now we're going to go and
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was.
What?
He hoped very much that it was. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness.
My bucket
I
is
think
not
we have
the
to do something
problem.
about it. This misunderstanding
you
could
would
have dire
insinuate such a
consequences
thing,
on the
Mr.
entire
Narrator.
rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Off we go. That looks funky. Right, okay. Off we go.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Right, the next one's a no, and it's a 3D printed
Item
something
2.
of a bucket.
Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Right, now this next one is a real bucket. Can't you just tell the difference?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
This is not a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Yep. Can't you just tell tell by looking at it. What a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
This one's both at the same time, but I'm gonna go no this time.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Well, this one's a no, so we can't find it.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence.
Oh,
and yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Lovely.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
The bucket would do this.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Right, we're going to try and do
wonderful
this
news. We're not buckets.
without a bucket.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
So I'm not going to bother. Maybe I will one day, but not right now. Especially as I think we're only going to do maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. Oh! That's new. Or new-ish. It's happened before, hasn't it?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
You want to talk about that, narrator? It's totally not a recorded message. I want to get through here. Can I get out there somehow? Probably not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps.
It was okay.
Damn, he's sad today.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. We're going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
We go there.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yep.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I love how we technically do stand on that side of the fence when we go in there.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
You heard me gasp, chat? My mum walked in and I got startled. Right, red door, sure, we'll listen to
Oh,
this time.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I
Sometimes.
really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Which way? Which way are we gonna go?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Looking for any secrets in the room. I don't know about you, Mr. Narrator. Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we
is.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually
Hey.
feel happy.
This is really pretty, actually. Sort of looks like an eyeball when it gets to this point, though. Very, very wobbly one. Oh my god! That's pretty. Ooh, there's stars. Or something like stars. We're gonna do the same thing again, but green. Right, I could stay watch
No,
that for ages,
wait.
but I'm not going to.
Where are you going?
Oh.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I know this. Well, I don't know the same thing, but I know this audio line.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Ah.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Will he say anything if I go down the stairs? Go back.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
This is really pretty. However, I have to end stream in a few minutes, so
No!
up the stairs we go.
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I'm sorry, Mr. Norris.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
I wonder if I can hit the stairs.
No!
Nope.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I'm sorry.
No. No, what are you doing,
I'm
Stanley?
sorry.
Please, I'm asking
sorry,
you
Mr.
not to take
Narrator.
this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I'm
You were
sorry.
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I'm sorry.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much
We'll
to
go back
ask.
to the other room one more time.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Aw, that's cute. Well, unfortunately, it's going to be seen as teasing because I need to go back eventually, but let's go have a look at the pretty room one last time. It's very pretty.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Can I walk off the edge? No. Up we go. I think this will be the last time based off the speed. Oh god, he's very quiet. Mr. Narrator, you gonna say anything? I'm sorry.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
No. And unfortunately, on that very sad end, we're going to end the stream here. Thank you for watching. I'll be live next on Saturday between 7 and 7:30-ish for D&D Skyward Peak, session 15. It's gonna be fun. And until then, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. And I will see you later. Bye!